The springs of Florida include some of the clearest water on Earth. The Rainbow Springs Aquatic Preserve includes a diversified natural community of submerged and emergent vegetation, fish, turtles, alligators, snails, birds, and invertebrates that create a balanced ensemble of plant and animal life over the river's 5.7-mile length. The outstanding water clarity at the headwaters and along the length of the river allows numerous varieties of submerged vegetation to flourish and provide an aquatic garden at the river bottom. Turtles feed on the lush productivity of the aquatic food web. Fish are sheltered from predators in the emergent vegetation, and snails find platforms for growth while eating algae clinging to the plant leaves. The submerged aquatic vegetation provides a zone where small benthic organisms, crayfish, worms, and the lowest levels of the food chain can develop and support the populations of larger fish, otters, and birds. Kayaks, canoes, pontoon boats, divers, people floating down the river on inflated tubes all share recreational use of the river. These crowds of different user groups have caused congestion during peak use periods and have begun to stress the natural resources of the river. People get out of their boats, tubes, or canoes to stand, play, and swim in the water, injuring the vegetation and shaking it loose. Scuba training classes stand in the vegetation in shallow water or grab the river bottom to help navigate around the strong currents. Divers often fill the main channel, forcing boats bringing more divers upstream to divert into the shallow edges of the river, where their propellers often carve through the submerged vegetation, leaving prop scars. At first, one observes a single floating plant and then sections of the missing submerged vegetation. Mats of dead vegetation get larger as one travels downriver, from moderate to large to very large. At the end of a summer weekend, floating vegetation covers the whole width of the Rainbow River at the convergence with the Withlacoochee River. Vegetation is the foundation that connects the aquatic community. The apple snail needs reeds to lay eggs on. The limpkin, a bird of special concern found mainly in Florida, needs the apple snail as its main food source. Moorhens and wood ducks eat the emergent vegetation. Young ducks and nesting birds need vegetation cover for protection from predators. Egrets and herons frequent the vegetative river edges hunting for food. What you can do to help: do not walk or stand in the aquatic vegetation with bare feet or flippers. Do not anchor in beds of vegetation. Do not pull or remove vegetation while diving or swimming in the river. Do not navigate a powerboat through shallow river areas where vegetation would be impacted. Elevate your boat engine in shallow channels of the river to minimize contact with vegetation. Enter and exit the river only at designated access points. If every river visitor follows these rules, the damage to the Rainbow River vegetation will be dramatically reduced and every river visit will be more enjoyable. Preserving the vegetation of the Rainbow Springs Aquatic Preserve is essential if this special first-magnitude spring-fed river is to remain a viable habitat for the wide variety of fish, turtles, birds, and other creatures that currently reside here. Preserving the vegetation is also important to ensure that people that visit the Rainbow River have a positive visitor experience now and for generations to come.